Farmer Briggs and his loyal companion, a golden retriever named Rusty, were an inseparable pair. For years, they'd start their days the same way, a slow walk around the sprawling farmlands. One crisp autumn morning, however, something broke their familiar routine. As they approached the northern edge of the property, Rusty stopped dead in his tracks, his body rigid. He let out a low, persistent growl, his eyes fixed on a section of the old, weathered wooden fence. Briggs looked over, seeing nothing but splintered wood and overgrown ivy. "What is it, boy?" he murmured, patting Rusty's head. But the dog wouldn't budge, his stare unwavering. Briggs squinted, trying to see what had captured his friend's attention. He saw nothing out of the ordinary. He gave Rusty's leash a gentle tug. "Come on now, there's nothing there." But Rusty planted his paws firmly, refusing to move. His growl grew deeper, a serious warning this time. Briggs had owned dogs his entire life and knew to trust their instincts. He decided to investigate. As he got closer to the fence, he still couldn't see anything unusual. It was just the same old fence that had stood there for decades, leaning a bit more with each passing year. He was about to turn back when he saw it, a slight twitch, a barely perceptible movement among the tangled vines clinging to the fence posts. Had he imagined it? He stood perfectly still, holding his breath. Then it moved again. This time it was undeniable. A section of the fence seemed to shudder. Briggs's heart began to beat a little faster. What could possibly be strong enough to move that heavy, old wood? Rusty was now barking loudly, his whole body trembling with a mix of excitement and alarm. Taking a deep breath, Briggs cautiously stepped forward, his old work boots crunching on the fallen leaves. He reached out a tentative hand and began to carefully pull away the thick ivy that obscured his view. The vines were tough and resisted, but he persisted, determined to uncover the mystery that had so agitated his faithful dog. As he cleared a small section, he gasped. Peeking out from a gap between two fence slats were two big, frightened eyes. They belonged to a tiny fawn, no older than a few weeks, who had somehow gotten itself wedged between the boards. The poor creature was stuck fast, its slender body trapped. It must have been trying to squeeze through and got caught. The movement he'd seen was the fawn's desperate, weak struggles to free itself. All of its mother's frantic attempts to push it through from the other side had only wedged it in tighter. Looking through the gap, Briggs could see the distressed doe pacing anxiously in the adjacent field. Realizing the delicate situation, Briggs immediately went to work. He fetched a crowbar from his barn, talking to the frightened fawn in a calm, soothing voice. "Easy there, little one. We're going to get you out." Rusty seemed to understand, his barking subsiding into a quiet, concerned whine. With great care, Briggs positioned the crowbar and gently began to pry the old wooden slats apart. It took several tense minutes of careful maneuvering. He had to be strong enough to move the wood, but gentle enough not to harm the trapped animal. Finally, with one last gentle push, the gap widened just enough. The fawn, exhausted but unharmed, scrambled free and stumbled straight to its waiting mother. The doe nuzzled her baby, giving Briggs a long, grateful look before leading her little one safely into the woods. Briggs watched them go, a wide smile spreading across his face. He knelt and wrapped his arms around Rusty, burying his face in his soft fur. "Good boy, Rusty," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "You're a hero today." Rusty just wagged his tail, happy to have his morning walk back on track. It was a powerful reminder that sometimes the most ordinary days can hold the most extraordinary surprises. Thank you so much for watching. If this story warmed your heart, please hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing tales. We'll see you in the next video.